Alright, so I'm just killing time while I'm waiting for my train. I got off at the wrong station again because the platform is too short and I was in the wrong part of the train. Thought I'd figured it out just so I get a seat, and sure enough, I figured it out wrong, and now I've got 20 minutes to kill. So I thought it was about time I did a video, make the most of it. So this one is about states, and the state you're in has a big influence on your productivity and how you cope with your day and how you get things done, how you approach problems, all that kind of stuff. Tony Robbins talks a lot about states. He has a plunge pool at his house, so it's a very cold, icy pool that he just jumps into every day, and that kind of resets him. When you get out of bed on the wrong side and you plunge into a icy cold pool, it pretty much gets rid of your funk, gets rid of your hangover if you've got one, and that kind of thing. I did a photo shoot with Phil Spencer. If you watch TV in the UK, you'll know him from Location, and he likes to work out before he starts his day, and he even admitted that if he doesn't get a good workout in at the beginning of the day, then it can be pretty hard going, and he can be quite difficult to work with. He admitted that himself, and he was lovely when I met him, so he'd clearly had a workout that morning. There's a lot of things that people do when you get stressed out. A lot of people, they advise take 10 seconds, count to 10, take a big deep breath, and then let yourself calm down before you do anything you might regret. And there are other things, just looking after yourself, making sure you drink plenty of water, get enough sleep. Sleep is the big killer for me. I tend to get quite negative if I haven't had enough sleep, and I tend to get quite drowsy after lunch if I haven't drunk enough water. My productivity kind of spirals out of control, and I kind of lose interest in work sometimes. But what was really interesting for me, the other day I was chatting to someone who's very close to me, and they are learning about yoga. And I don't practice yoga, although I'd like to if I had the time. A lot of things I'd like to do if I had the time. But part of yoga is you learn about anatomy and that kind of thing. And she looked at my posture, and she saw that I kind of walked with a bit of a stoop, so like with my head down and that kind of thing. And so she got me to stand up straight with my shoulders back and my head up, and just to stand with my hips in the right position and that kind of thing. And just that straighter posture for me, strangely enough, I felt instantly more confident and more self-assured, which is really strange. So even something as small as adjusting your posture can make you feel better about yourself and more confident, more able to tackle the day and that kind of thing. So whatever it is, whether it's meditation practice in the morning, whether it's a gratitude practice at night, be aware of your state, because sometimes when we're not in the best state, especially if you drink a lot or if you don't get enough sleep, if you're not in the right state, you cannot be performing at your best, and you're not fulfilling your potential and being ultimately the person you want to be. I mean, do you want to be groggy and grumpy and miserable all the time? Because that's not a good way to get stuff done, not a good way to be productive. Or do you want to be alert, sharp, and bring in your best game to the table, if you like? So there's a little thought for today. Just think about your state, what state you're in. If you're constantly tired, hungover, if you're not getting enough exercise like I'm not, then you're not working at your best. And of course, everyone wants you to be working at your best. You have people who rely on you, you have your boss, you have yourself, you've got your own state of mind to think about. And if your diet is poor, if you're not looking after yourself, and if you're not aware of your state, then you're not bringing your A game, and you're not working towards that kind of better version of yourself that perhaps you might be aiming for, or at least I know I'm aiming for. So I'm aware of these things. I can't say I'm the best student of this, but then, doctors make the worst patients, don't they? So anyway, there's a thought for today. Just be aware of your state and think about ways you can improve it through little practices. How hard is it to drink a bit more water, get to sleep 10 minutes earlier, that kind of thing. All right then, hope that was interesting and useful, and I'll try and do another one of these tomorrow. Cheers.